Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special video for the Face First podcast. This is one of many videos that we got planned. More are going to be coming. Before we get into this video, though, make sure to check out the new episode that's going to be dropping tomorrow. It's Heat. The podcast is, of course, the center to all this. The more love it gets, the more content we can branch out into.
More bangers we can drop.
But with that being said, let's get into this combine. I'm Eden.
I'm Jonah, and let's get into this shit.
All right, so Jonah, we're gonna get into the biggest winners of this combine, and I don't think there's any bigger winner in the entire combine so far than our guy Taekwon Thornton. I mean, talk about a relative unknown guy, maybe projected as a fourth rounder, just launching himself into like a top 15 pick here.
Yeah, he really didn't have much production in college, to be honest with you. Besides his senior year was his only double-digit touchdown year. Freshman year he had 3, sophomore 5, junior 1. He didn't have much going into the draft this year, but
yeah,
man, his performance on the 40,
yeah,
in particular,
he blew every wide receiver out of like the combine. At the 40 particular, like you said, he ran his first time, which was unofficial. It would have been the record. It was 4.21 seconds, same as Usain Bolt, faster than John Ross, who's like 5. He's him and Tyreek Hill. They're those 5'10" speedsters. You expect them to be fast, but this is a kid who's 6'2" and a half, like 185 pounds. That ran a 4.21, and then even his official time was still 4.28.
His DK Metcalf shit.
Yeah, just absolutely insane. He just went from easily a fourth, because his prospect grade was only a 5.9. That's telling me teams are looking at him as like a late third rounder to maybe early fourth round pick.
Yeah, but now he's looking like a guy with that
kind
of speed.
Oh yeah, he's got that John Ross effect now. He's going in the top 15. He's got to go in the top 15 for sure. And it wasn't just the 40 time that was impressive, really. His vertical was 37 inches, and for a guy who's already that tall and fast, that's fucking insane. He destroyed the broad jump with 13 feet. No other wide receiver got even close. I think the closest was like 12.3 by Sky Moore.
So basically, if you draft Taekwon Thornton, you're getting a freak athlete at the wide receiver position.
Absolute freak. I would have loved to see what this guy looked like in college with like a legit quarterback, like with him and Malik Willis or him and Kenny Pickett. That would have been insane. I'm going to give a little brief analysis about what I think about him. There's a lot to like to his game. Obviously, we just mentioned the speed and the size, big vertical threat, but he's got good instincts. He has excellent feet working against zone coverage. The only problem is, he's skinny, and he's a little linear in his route combo movements, but, I'm not worried about the weight. The NFL has a good way of making you gain 7 to 10 pounds of muscle.
Oh, yeah, and with those movements, the wide receiver coaches in the NFL are next level compared to college, so he'll get work on that.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Look at Hunter Renfrow and compare him to where he's at now, route running, But, yeah, so we're looking at a guy, by the time he starts in the NFL, he's going to be like 6'3", 200 pounds, running 4.2 weights down here. You could just use him as... Just take a 5-step drop, throw it up, and Taekwon Thornton is going to come
grab it.
The next guy, though, I'm going to talk about, there's a lot of good wide receivers, and I'm like, I can only pick like one other one that I want to talk about for my winners. Maybe I'm biased because I said I wanted this guy on the Patriots, and I've been kind of high on him all year, but I'm going with Chris Olave. He's the next winner here. I think me and you both were thinking this guy was already a first-round draft pick even before this combine. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, his body of work is incredible at the University of Ohio State University.
So yeah, not only are the numbers insane, but this is another guy who ran an unofficial 4.29, but even then his official time was still 4.38 for the 40. We're talking about another. I'm thinking he's gonna be like a Stephon Diggs or Devontae Adams type receiver. He's currently like about 6'1", 190, which is already a pretty good weight, and he's gonna add some muscle. He's gonna be more physical. The vertical was a little bit subpar. It was only like a 33 foot or 33 inch vertical, but
33-foot vertical.
That would have been insane. Can anybody throw up that high? But yeah, I mean, being already 6'1" though and that fast, that shouldn't be a problem. 10.5-foot long jump, that's that's average. But his real wins, they came on the on-field drills, baby. It looked like he blew every other wide receiver out of the room, like in terms of the on-field stuff. Like if Taekwon Thornton blew him out of the room with his measurements, Chris Olave did that with the on-field workout. He's already an elite level route runner, and he's got the hands to back it up. This man did not drop a single pass at the fucking combine.
Yeah, Chris Olave definitely showed out. I just showed a clip of him showing his speed, doing the downfield fly route, basically.
Yeah.
He caught it perfectly. He showed that he is what everybody thinks he is,
Yeah.
He's a guy that's going to come and contribute to a team year one, like Justin Jefferson and all these young guys, Jamar Chase.
And Justin Jefferson is actually a pretty good comp for him because he's essentially like a faster Justin Jefferson, kind of like how Stephon Diggs is. So immediately I'm thinking fits for him. He'd be great on the Patriots, obviously. That's where I want him to go. He'd be great on the Packers. I don't know if he'll drop that late. But yeah,
let's get him on the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, him and Waddle, Jesus Christ.
Let's get Tua another guy.
Jesus Christ, that'd be insane. Yeah, I can't wait to see where these two guys go. I think both of them they both got a case to go into the top 16. Both Olave and Thornton got to go top 20 for sure, though, here. So that makes them the biggest winners out of the wide receivers.
To wrap up this wide receiver section, who has the better rookie year? Olave or Thornton?
Well, of course, it's all going to come down to who the quarterback is and fits. I think Thornton, they're going to work on him more of as like a Henry Ruggs type of project first year. Whereas I see Chris Olave.
Yo, chill.
We can't even mention his name now?
No.
Nah, but whereas I think Chris Olave just already polished in the route running and great hands. He's going to be like Devontae Smith, basically. Like no matter where he goes, he's either the number one option, depending on the team, or at least a really, really, really good number two option. So I think Olave will do better for the rookie year.
Yeah, I'd have to say I completely agree with you there.
All right, staying with the winners. I'm going to a guy who I think is going to be a big winner in the NFL, and that's Kenny Pickett with the blicket. He got that huge... He's Kenny blink it to him. He throws a 70-yard... You blink, he throws a 70-yard pass downfield just like that for a fucking touchdown. But, I mean, for real, this guy is... the stats... He played like a monster in his senior year of college, and the combine just elevated him. I think teams are now more sold on him as like, okay, we really got something here, as rather than thinking, okay, this is a project guy or a stopgap guy. You know what I mean?
Man's running a 4.67.
That's what I'm saying, and he's like 6'3.5", 220 pounds already, huge as hell, like 31-inch arms. 33.5-foot vertical, over 12-foot broad jump. The 20-yard shuttle showcased his agility as well. He ran a 4.29 there, which is, for a quarterback of that size, that's really agile. Yeah, I mean, this guy, he is just an athletic freak at quarterback, and you could argue between him and Malik Willis, who had the best throws. I'd say Kenny Pickett, like through the volume, he had the best throws. Willis may have had a slightly better deep ball showing. But he showcased Kenny Pickett did great recognition and decisions on combo route throws on all levels of the field, the small hitches, the slants, the 15-yard digs, and obviously, the deep throw as well. He can easily make off-platform throws as well. He can roll to his left, roll to his right. You're getting a complete package with Pickett. And we already know this guy had an insane career at Pitt. He broke Dan Marino's passing touchdowns record. 42 touchdowns to only 7 INTs, over 4,300 yards, 68% completion. He had 5 rushing touchdowns as well to make it 47 total. And he just comes from a line of athletes. I mean, his dad was like a great linebacker in college, so this kid,
a long line of winners.
Yeah, and this kid, he's immediately ready. He's going to be, I think, I think he's 23. I'm not sure if he'll be 24 by the time the combine starts. This kid is ready to win now. I mean, if you draft him, you're getting an immediate winner, in my opinion.
Yeah, where do you think he'll go in the draft? Mid first round, early first round?
Man, that's tough. Because when I look at the top 10, I'm like, okay, I think the Giants will just try to get talent and they'll stick with Daniel Jones. Carolina at 6 and Denver at 9.
That's
look
interesting.
Appealing. Those look appealing.
That's
Commanders are at 11. Yeah,
did you see the Commanders literally called every team and offered like for everyone basically?
Yeah, they literally even called for Patrick Mahomes. Like, you fucking kidding me? You think you're gonna get that?
That's some insanity right there.
But I don't think this kid makes it past 11. Honestly, I think the Commanders at 11 would be the latest that he would go to.
Yeah, that's a safe bet. They're a franchise that they know. Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, he's not the guy. He's just the stopgap. Yeah.
With him, so they need explosion. They got some good offensive pieces. The defense is obviously great. This guy could be a franchise game changer.
Yeah, I agree. But let's talk about another guy.
Another franchise game changer at quarterback here. Another guy who's known before this combine and draft process. That's got to be Malik Willis. Now, my guy, he didn't run the 40-yard. He did have an unofficial 40-yard dash while he played at Liberty that clocked him at around 4.35 seconds.
Goddamn!
Yeah, we're looking at a guy who's 6'1 and a half, 6'2", already 215 pounds. He's basically like a bigger Lamar Jackson coming out of college. He'll probably add a little more muscle in the NFL as well, so he could be trucking people over on that field. But what really impressed me the most, though, was the on-field throwing, because I thought, I already knew this guy was a freak athlete. I didn't know how good his touch was going to be, his release, his throwing mechanics, but everything looked solid. He just consistently made every throw look easy, including the anticipation throws and the deep ball throws. Did you see the one throw he had where his arc on the ball, and he threw this immediately on a 3-step drop? He was like, everybody else was throwing this deep double move on a 5-7-step drop. Now watch me take 3 steps and just fling this thing. And the trajectory was literally outside of the TV.
Yeah, he's gonna be special. He's to me, he's like Lamar that can actually throw.
Exactly, and the thing I like about him most with this athleticism and mobility is he can buy himself a year.
He's not always running for the scramble. He's running to extend the play.
Exactly, and I see it
dangerous in the NFL.
So just imagine with this kid, and especially if he goes late to a great team like the Steelers or maybe a Saints, we don't know. But if he goes to a great team,
him on the Saints would be a problem.
Yeah, it would. Pending what happens with Kamara, obviously.
Yeah, true, and their whole coaching staff. In my head, it was still a Sean Payton team he was going to.
Kamara, yeah, all those guys. But I mean, his arc on the deep ball is ridiculous, and the quick release with the flick of the wrist are just reminiscent of both Aaron Rodgers and Lamar Jackson to me. This guy he's now with Matt Corral and his injuries, I think he's easily moved up to the 1A to Kenny Pickett's 1. I think both of these quarterbacks, we talked about, Carolina at 6, Denver at 9, Washington at 11. I'd be surprised if both of those guys, and the Vikings at 12, they might be looking to replace Cousins in that fat contract. You never know.
I think they would look for a guy. I think Malik's going to fall to the second, to be honest, just because.
You think so? Malik Willis, the second round?
Yeah, I think it's going to be early second. I don't think too many teams are going to go for the rookie quarterback this year. They're going to try to, they've heard all this talk all year about how the quarterback class this year is bad and blah, blah, blah. And they're going to go get one of these guys in free agency like Mitch Trubisky, Marcus Mariota, Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, a lot of guys.
Wentz. There's guys that, although they might not be great, they've proven they can be usable.
and you take him over like what you got now in this rookie draft. Yeah, no, I totally get where you're coming from. We talked about that a lot on the podcast with this year's quarterback draft. With him, I could see it being like a Lamar Jackson situation where he slips to the late first round, but I think if he makes it to the Steelers at 20, I think they're 24, excuse me. I don't see the Steelers passing up on that kid.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great fit too. Him, Najee Harris, run some ground and pound option, Baltimore Ravens style football. It would be insanely hard to stop and fun to watch.
Yeah, the RPO with him and Najee would be insane. You can take this class is deep at O-line. You can find a tackle or interior alignment in the second, third rounds. And like we said, this guy can move around like crazy. So, even if the weakness of the Steelers is the O-line, he can still extend and make plays. It can still be a great team with a great defense.
Yeah, and you never know. Maybe he tears his ACL the first year and almost wins the Super Bowl the second.
Yeah, or I thought you were going to get a little bit more morbid with that. Go with the RG3 route.
No. Chill. All right, this has been the first half of the NFL Combine's draft winners.
I want to give a shout out to Delaney Woods, the tight end. Dude, 6'7", 260, ran a 4.6 40, and he led all tight ends in the bench press reps to 25.
Thank you guys for watching. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our website at facefirstpodcast.com. We're out.